Linda. Welcome to my craft room. I just wanted to talk today about how diverse that you can change things, but they're still the exact same design. This is the unicorn card that Cricut has out right now, the pop-up card. And I did mine in purple. They did theirs in pink because purple's my favorite color. And then it's very simple. I know it looks complicated, but it's not. It's really simple. And then I just added a happy birthday, but you can add happy graduation, happy anniversary, you're magical, you're my knight in shining armor, all that good stuff. And then I just added some of the stars that were cut out from in here onto the around the happy birthday, so it just kind of all blended in together. And then on my channel, you'll find one that looks like this. It's the exact same thing. I just turned the white to black. And you could do this for a guy. And I did the same thing, happy birthday. But again, you can change that around. I have all men living here. So sometimes I like to try to find guy cards too. And speaking of that, my younger son is a Special Olympian. And he was on the equestrian team for a really long time. And of course, we live in Texas. So that means that they rode Western. And, you know, barrel racing and all that good stuff. So I thought I could make this into a cowboy card. Now, if you have a cowgirl, all you have to do is take all the red and change it to pink. Easy. So I did this on the front where it just says yeehaw. It doesn't say happy birthday. It doesn't say anything. So you can make it whatever you want it to be. You can make it happy birthday. You can make it happy Valentine's Day. Who cares, right? So there you go. And then you open it up. And the only thing I did different on here was change the colors. And I cut off the unicorn horn. Anyway, let's go make it. Okay, here we go. We're on the front page. Okay, so we're going to go up here and we're going to do unicorn pop-up card. Okay, search. And there we are. And I'm going to do all of these. I've already done the Christmas tree one in gold and white, so it turned out really pretty. But today we're going to work on the unicorn pop-up card, and you're going to hit customize. Okay. Replace, same thing. Okay, now there you go. There's your basic unicorn card. Now, what we're going to do is first we need to ungroup all these so I can deal with them separate. You're going to go down here to actions and hit ungroup. There, now everything's separate. We're not going to worry about the envelope because you can cut it out of whatever that you want, whatever paper you've got. And it's real easy. You just fold it and glue it. Okay, you ready? Now, here we go. We don't really, this is for the cowboy card, so you don't really need you don't really want a unicorn, but I'm going to go ahead and move all of these up here out of the way. And first, let's go ahead and add the images that we want to use on here for the front. Okay, nothing's going to change on the inside. We're just going to add the front, and it's going to cover the unicorn part. So first, you're going to do the circle, and it's going to be, you got to do a hashtag, okay? M360, 360, BC, BC, okay? And I picked a circle that's got a background to it. So, you know, make it a little bit more interesting. So where you're going to push on that, and that puts it down here at the bottom. Okay. And then the next one, we're only going to do 3. So we'll do them really quick. The yeehaw is again, M44B, 44B, E8, E8. There we go. Search. There we go. We are not going to use that National Cowboy Day part, but I'll show you how to do that here in just a minute, okay? And then the boots that we need. So let's go back up here. I'm going to leave the hashtag M there, and it's 40339. 40339. Oops. 4033. For some reason, didn't want to do my 339 there for a second. Okay, we're going to do search. There's your boot. Let's highlight it. Now, as you can see down here in the bottom right-hand corner, everything's in there, and we're just going to hit insert. And there we go. There's our 3 pieces real quick. Now, here's my tip. The best thing to do, we are going to resize it at the very end because you want everything in there where you want it, and then you'll resize the whole thing. And then that way you don't have to worry about trying to fit everything in at the right size because we don't really care. So let's do it as big as possible so we can see what we're doing. Okay, on this yeehaw, let's bring it up. We don't need the background. Anytime that you want to change anything, you're going to go into layers, and you see where I've got where it's highlighted because the green square is around. So we've got yeehaw, we want that. We've got the rope, we want that, which are these 2 middle ones. See? Okay, but we don't want this background right here. So you're going to highlight that, and then you're going to go down here to the bottom where the little eye is, and you're going to click on that, and that makes it disappear. We also don't want the National Cowboy Day part because that's not what we're doing today. So we're going to highlight it and hit the little, and boom, everything's gone. Okay, so you've just got the 2 parts that you really want. Okay, and then the other thing we're going to do, well, let's go ahead and put the yeehaw in there, okay? So let's get that in there. Okay, come on. It didn't want to listen to me. There we go. Okay, we're going to make it a little bit bigger as we want it to fit in nice and good in the square. Then you're going to bring it up just a little bit. And now you got to do your boot, okay? So before you duplicate it, because we're going to do 2 boots, you want to do it however you want to do it. Okay, you need to get it all fixed up the way you want it. So first thing, I want them facing the other way. So you're going to go in here to edit down here at the bottom. And see down here on the right-hand side underneath the little eye thing, it says horizontal or vertical. That means to flip it. So I want them facing the other way. So I'm going to hit horizontal. Boom, done. Okay, then you're going to go to actions, okay, and then we're going to duplicate. Okay, there we go. There we go, right there. Okay, now because we want to keep them brown, we want to keep the rope brown, all those are brown. Okay, so now we're going to bring these up bigger. Okay, let's get these put up here. Now, if you want, you could have already resized these to whatever size that you want. Whatever works for you. Okay, you got to be careful about what you're highlighting here. There you go. Now, I am going to make this a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. Hold on. Now, see, I did that wrong. See how complicated it gets? I'm going to go ahead and take that one out because I want to get this the right size that I like it first. Okay, I think that's right there. Don't worry about the sizes yet, okay, because we're going to change all this. Okay, we're going to turn it just a little bit. There we go. Turn it just a little bit. Now, something else that you can do in edit. Let's go down here and change it to edit. Right here above the little layers button is this arrange, and we're going to say send it to front, and that kind of gives you a better idea of what you want. Then you're going to go back to actions, and now we're going to duplicate it again. Okay, there we go. And you're going to turn it just a little bit, kind of do it like that. Okay, and you can kind of mess around with it however you want it to do. You're going to bring this one up to the front, so we're going to go back to edit, arrange, send to front so you can see it. Let's move this one a little bit there. There we go, just like that. Okay, of course these are all going to be separate, so you can glue it on however you like. Okay, now we've got all that the way we want it. Okay, and so now it's time to resize it. So first, we're going to group it up. Okay, so you're just going to drag your finger along and capture all of them. That's everything you've got in there. And then you're going to go down to actions and hit group all the way over here to the left. Now, look, now it's all one. Okay, and to cover your front of your card, you're going to go into edit. and then you're going to resize it down here. And it is going to be 3.9 inches. Okay, so you're going to go 3.9. Boom, done. Okay. So now that we're done doing that, let's bring it back up here and then let's get it big again. Okay, so there's your cover for your card, and let me show you real quick. See, it's going to cover the front there. So now let's change all the colors that we need so we can kind of keep track, okay? If you highlight something that has not only the cut but also a score or a write or draw on it, if you go down here to multiple, see here, it's going to change everything to that color, or change everything to a cut instead of a score and a cut. So what you need to do is you want to go into your layers where it is highlighted here, and you don't want to highlight the score, you want to highlight the basic cut. So there you go. See how it's basic cut now? And now you look down here on the bottom left and it's white. Okay, so we're going to turn that. It doesn't really matter which blue that you pick, because you just want something that keeps track of your colors for you. You can have it be turquoise, you can have it to be bandana paper. It doesn't matter. Okay, this is just so we can kind of keep our thing. So there you go. You've already got it to blue. So there's your outside of your card right there. Now, these, I want them to be red. Okay, but these don't have a score or anything. They're just a basic cut. So we can go down here straight away, and let's do the bright red and apply. Okay, and these are going to be red again, and all your colors in your kit here are all up here in the very top. Okay, so you're going to pick the same red, apply, and that means you don't have to change everything around, which we'll do here. We're going to have to do at the end anyway. So now here is the only thing different that we're going to do to make this a horse. Okay, first, these two pieces both have score lines, so we're going to have to change those colors on their own, because down here, you see on the lower left hand corner down here by the envelope, you'll see where it says multiple. That means you can't do it by themselves. So you're going to go down here to see where you gray. We don't want to change the score line. We just want to change the color. Okay, so you go down here. We're going to pick a light tan. Let's pick that one right there. Okay, there you go. And we're going to do the same thing with this one. Highlight the actual cut. Then you're going to go down here, and we want all of these to be the same color. Okay, so we don't have to, so it's easy. Now, all of these, okay, now this, let me move this out of the way. These two, we're done with these two. So let's ignore them. All four of these are also going to be the light brown. Okay, so let's highlight those. And we're also going to change those to the light brown. Okay, there we go. Now, these two, the bottoms, are going to be the light brown, but we're also going to make the horse part dark brown, because we want the horse to stand out. We want the ground and the dust that the horse is kicking up. We want all that in the light color, but the horse itself, we want it in the dark color. So because we're having to do that, we need to duplicate these two pieces right here. So we're going to hit action down here at the bottom, and then you'll see where duplicate is, and we're going to make a duplicate, and then we're going to put it up here with the horse guy. Okay, and then you're going to hit this guy, and you're going to duplicate him too, and you're going to put him up with the horse guy. Now these two are going to be the same color. Okay, and we can do this again. We can highlight both of them, go to edit, go up here, and change them all to the same color. There we go. Now, what we're going to do with these horse body parts, once we're done, we're actually going to cut the cloud parts off, okay, and then glue them onto these down here. So what we need to do is all of this horse, we need it in the darker brown, okay, so we're going to highlight all of it, okay, and we're going to go down here, and we're going to put it in a darker brown. It doesn't matter if it matches your paper exactly. You just want to be able to keep the, organized. Okay, so there, all of those pieces are dark brown. Now, if you're not going to use the horns, I'm going to make them bigger so we can see them. We are going to just eliminate them. There you go. Okay, and once we get to making them, we're just going to cut off this horn right here. Okay, now you can make the horse any color you want. Okay, so I kind of liked it black. So what I'm going to do, all of this part here, I'm going to change both of those to black. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to highlight them, come up here. We're going to change them to black. Apply. Okay. And this right here, both of these pieces, they need to match the dirt part because, of course, this is part of, instead of the clouds that were supposed to be for a unicorn, we're going to make this look like the horse is running through the dirt, okay? So we're going to highlight both of those, and we're also going to change them to the light brown. Apply, okay? So now, let's make sure that everything is the same color, like the red on the boots. And I want to make the outside of the circle. Now, I used a bandana paper that I just happen to have because, again, I live in Texas. But you can make it just solid red if you want. It doesn't matter. I just use it all to make sure that that it just kind of all matches. So, okay, you're going to go to this basic circle. We like the light brown up here. So let's do this one. And we're going to change it to the red. There you go. Apply. There you go. Now we change that to the red. Now, I'm not sure what color the boots are. I don't think that it's set up in the same red because it was that color when we got it out. So let's make sure that everything we have matches. Okay, so let's go into sync, which is right next to edit. Okay, you've got the blue of your card. You got the black of the mane. You got the dark brown of the boots and the dark brown of the horse and the yeehaw. But let's go ahead and match the boots, and then we only have to have one sheet of brown. So you're going to hold down on these 3 lines here, and you're just going to drag it down, just like that. Okay? Now, we could have gone in and changed the colors just like we did on everything else, but this is just for a couple different things, so it's going to be easier to do it this way. Now, here's the top of your boots right here. And we want them the same color as the circle and the yeehaw. So we're going to just drag those down too. Okay. Just like that. Now you got everything red. Now the only other thing is the circle behind the yeehaw. We want it the same color as the dart. Okay. So we're going to slide it down into this one. Now you have only got a few colors. You've got your blue. You got your black, dark brown, red, light brown, and then whatever color you're going to make your envelope. Okay, so we've taken it down really simple because that's usually the best way to do these cards. You don't want a whole lot of different colors competing with each other. So there you go. We are ready to cut it out. Let's go cut it out and then go to the craft table and let's put it together. I'll see you there. Okay, guys, here we are at the craft table. Let's get these put together. Okay, now we're going to do the cowboy one, but I want to show you, this is the original one from Cricut. Okay, they did it in pink. I just did it in purple. So this is what we're going to do, but for the cowboy one, we're just going to clip off the unicorn horn. That's it. Quick and easy, simple. It looks complicated, but it's not. And then here is the front. I just picked a happy birthday with a background that I could split. And then I used some of the extra stars that were cut out from up here and just added them around here, and boom, that's how. But what we're going to do now is kind of make one for men. If you want to do it for a cowgirl, then you'll switch out like the red for pink or something like that. So let's get going. Okay, so you see what we're doing, and you see how the horse kind of fits together. So let me show you how to do it. Okay, let's do the outside of the card first. These go on the inside. Here's this. So we're going to do that first. Okay. Just so it can be drying before we hook up the horse to this. Okay. So what we're going to do is this is going to go here, and this one is going to go here. Okay. Now, if you were making this normally, like as a unicorn, and you wanted to keep the unicorn that's on the cover, so there, you see where the red keeps it, gives you the background for the unicorn and everything, okay? But we're gonna cover that up. So let's do this first. I use art glitter glue. I like it the best. I get them with these smaller ones because they're easier to deal with. And I get these extra little tips because then the glue comes out really, really small, and it won't wrinkle your paper, and it goes paper to paper really quick, so it's a really good one to use. So let's pull this out. Let's get these glued on so they can be drying. Now, if you were doing it with and you wanted the unicorn to show, which I do have another video where I make it a lot like the one I just showed you, the white and the purple one. Only I do the unicorn in black, and it looks really cool. But on this, you are going to match it all the way to these outer edges of your card, see? Sometimes you don't, but for this one you do, and you're going to leave a little bit of a gap right here in the middle between this and the fold. Now, on the ones like this, and you want this to show, then you're going to be careful to put your glue way out here on the edge because you don't want it to come through any of these cutouts. But for this one, since we're going to cover it up, we don't have to be as worried about that, but still, I'm going to do it pretty much on the very outside. Then, if these aren't connected, I like to do these little round things so they don't get popped up or get caught in your mechanism. And we'll do a little bit here on the edges. And then we're gonna do this exact same thing. You're gonna match it up to the very outside edges of your card like that. There you go. Oh, got a little wayward glue, no big deal. It'll come right up. Okay. Now, the reason that you want this gap is because if you try to put this in one solid piece of paper, the fold is not going to fold because there's not enough room in the middle. And then when we do our horse, this is going to go here, and it's going to meet up in this top right-hand corner like this, and this one is going to go here. And you're going to line these up with the red edges. And that way, that gives you the guide for your horse to sit the right way. So when you open it up, it unfolds all the right way. So we got that done. Now, let's work on the front. Okay. Like I said, I saved all these stars from where they were cut out here in the front and here. So we may end up using a few of these leftovers, but what we're going to, and this is my tip, I always put, if I have a lot of different pieces, I always use paper plates because they're easy. I can throw them in the recycle. Here's all the horse pieces. This was the outside and the main part of the card. Here's our thing that's going to go on the front. So there's a tip for you right there. Okay. Now we are going to do this. Now, I have a special needs son who does Special Olympics, and he was on the equestrian team for a really long time. And since I live in Texas, they ride Western. And so I have a bunch of this bandana. But you don't have to use the bandana. You can just as easily match it to this red here. Okay, and just do everything that I'm doing in bandana, you can do in the red, just like the yeehaw that says right here. So first we're going to glue this. Okay. Now, the reason I picked this design for the front is because it really doesn't say anything about what the card is about, which means you can use it as a birthday card. You can use it as a Valentine card. You can use it as a Father's Day card. You know, if your husband is a cowboy, or he's a secret cowboy, or whatever you want to do. Of course, birthday. And like I said earlier, if you have a cowgirl, just substitute all the red for pink. Then you can do it both. Okay. This is going to go right in the middle here. There we go. Just like that. There we go. And that's the reason I didn't pick a happy birthday, happy anniversary, anything like that, because you can always write it in the inside, or you can pick another thing from Cricut and cut it out and put it on the inside. This way, this is kind of a generic card. You can say congratulations on your job promotion. You can say, you know, you could even do a graduation if you wanted. And instead of the little cowboy boots we're going to put in here, you can put a little graduation hat. That's the nice thing about making them yourself. Not only because they're so expensive at the store. Okay, now look, we're just going to put the red right on top, just like that. I didn't use the bandana for the yeehaw part, just because you're not going to be able to see the pattern anyway. And so it would make it look not right. So, okay, here's your boots real quick. And these are the tops. You're going to put them just like that. And just like this. You'll see there's a little swirly thing here, and that goes on the bottom. Okay, so let's make the boots. And then we are already done with the front. I told you this is not, it looks hard. It's not hard at all. Okay. There we go. Get the boot on. There we go. Yeah. And of course, if you'd rather do a cowboy hat, if you'd rather say, put a little happy birthday down here instead of the boots, hey, go for it. You know, it's your card. That's the nice thing about making them, that they don't cost $7. And you can make them to match the person you're giving it to, personality or the occasion or whatever you want to do. There you go. Boom. All done. Now, that's going to cover up what we've got here. See? Okay, let's finish that plate. So I'm going to put it over here to be used again. Let's go ahead and get this glued on. And then we can put some extra stars on there if we want to. Okay, so there you go. Just like that, unicorn is gone. We're just like we want it. Okay, and we're going to use the red stars here so we can add a few, you know, you can put them wherever you like. I just thought it would be fun and add a little bit of detail. Let's put one right there. There we go. How about one more? Design tells you to do things in odd numbers. So you're going to want to do even, like 3s, 5s, 7s, 9s. Doesn't matter. Okay, then we're going to take a little one. Put it right there. There. If you want to put some outside, you can. That's up to you. Again, it's your design. So there you go. Front's done already. Easy peasy, right? Okay, now, and like I said, this looks hard, just like the rest of it did, but it's not. It's quick and easy. Here's your horse pieces, okay? And just like in this one, it shows where it's kind of running in the clouds. So instead, I thought I would design this as it is running in the dirt. So let's do it, okay? So here they left the horse body and everything all one color, but we're going to switch it. So you're going to have to do a little bit extra. And that's why I had you cut out a couple extra pieces when we were doing it on the canvas. So here we go. What we want to do, this one's fine. We don't have to do anything to this guy. Oh, except we're going to cut off his horn real quick, okay? So let's do that. Boom, done. Now he's a horse. Okay, there we go. And then we want these part horse and part dust, okay? Which matches with this, see? So we are going to cut right here where the clouds start, the clouds of dust at this point. Okay, and we're going to glue it right on here, and we're just going to make this horse dark brown. Okay, so there we go. Here we go. And we're going to glue them right down on top. This is good. We always have a lot of birthday cards and stuff we need for my son's Special Olympic teammates. And of course, like I said, we live in Texas. So, okay. If the horse is running, so this side, then you want and it has the short little legs on the front. You're going to want the short little legs on the front on this one too. Okay. So what you're going to do is because they're going to be side by side and you're going to be seeing them from this side and you want them both to be dark brown. Now, if that bothers you, you can do 2 more extras and cover these backs, but it's not necessary. You don't have to do that. So let's cut this one off and do the exact same thing. Okay. There we go. And we're not going to use those parts. So we just want it to look dark brown. If that bugs you, which it's fine if that, I messed up. Okay. Well, hold on. I can fix this. I'm going to pull the glue off real quick. The nice thing about this being liquid glue is it's really easy to pull it off. You just kind of wet it just a little bit and drag it. So now we are going to do, I put the glue on the wrong side, didn't I? Hey, guess what? Mistakes happen all the time. And you know what? You can fix them. So, and you know what I'll do before I give this to anybody? I'll probably end up cutting another one of these dark browns and just gluing it on top of it. So you don't really see as much of the glue. I'll have to wait till it dries off a little bit. And then sometimes I can use an eraser like this doesn't have any color to it. And you can pull off all the glue with an eraser. So anyway, we'll worry about that later. Okay, so here you go. Oop, let's get rid of the unicorn horn. We don't need him. So there we go. We've got all of our horse colors on here for right now. Now, the next thing they want you to do, and the next thing that the instructions say, is to go ahead and dress this horse with the mane and the tail. So let's do both sides here real quick. Okay, and you're just going to match up the outsides here. There you go, just like that. Okay, and we need a tail. Now, of course, you can change the color of your horse. If you want to do the dirt in the ground in this dark color and do the horse in the light color, hey, that's your thing. Okay, this is their forehead lock right here. And you'll see that it makes a little bit of a curve. Okay. And the nice thing about this glue too is you don't need much and it'll glue it on there good, but it dries pretty fast. So you got to get it put in place. There we go. There's that side. And let's do this side too. Did he get a little glue on him too? There you go. See, look, I already got it off. Okay. Then we're going to put the rest of it on this side real quick. There we go. Then his mane. Dropped it. Okay. And then we're going to put it together, and that's the last thing we got to do, and then glue it in, and you're completely done with the whole project. I'm telling you, it's a lot easier than you think it is. Okay, let's do his forehead lock on this side. Sometimes, since nobody ever comes up here, so I can do it, and I don't have to worry about COVID or anything. You can make the tip of your finger just a little bit wet and pick up little pieces like that and put them exactly where you want them. Okay, there you go. There we go. Okay, we're going to turn him the way he's supposed to go. Okay, now we're going to put these two pieces together. Okay, and this one's going to be first, this kind of ovalish looking one. And then this one will be his waist, and this one will be will be the back side. Okay, and you're going to do it the two down. Okay, and we're going to put them in these little slits. Okay, so you're going to run these together, and you have to kind of fiddle with them for a second until they get slid down. So you're going to slide it all the way down. Okay, and then this is going to do the exact same thing. Okay, so those two bottom slits are going to go into these two slits of the horse, okay? Let me get them in there, and then I'll show you exactly what I'm doing here. Okay, there we go. Okay, you see? You see? We've got them all the way down to the bottom, see? Just like that. And you're going to do that with these other two also. So the next one is going to be this little one, okay? And that's going to go in the middle. Here we go. Like I said, you got to fiddle around with these until they get fit just right, because you're trying to fit two little tiny things into each other. It's not hard, it's just fiddly. Okay, once you get it started into this little slot, then you are home free. Okay. Let's get this guy going. Okay. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, now you can see it from the front. There we go, see? Okay, and then this one, the last one, is going to go in the very back, okay, into this last slit. So, we're going to do the exact same thing again, okay? Okay, there's that one. And, come on. You just got to keep fiddling with it until you can get it to, there we go. We got it to match up. Okay. Here we go. I don't know why they're all bendy like that. Oh, that's because, look, they've gotten out of their little slit things. Ah, that's what our problem is right there. Okay, there we go. See? Okay, see how we've got all three of those in there? And this guy, it's going to go on these middle slits on all three of them. So that's going to be one of your hardest things to get in, because you're trying to, this one hasn't gone all the way down yet. Hold on. Let me figure out why. Like I say, oh, no, it's good. Okay, so this is your next thing to do. You're going to put this, make sure that the short legs are in the front. That's for his head. And then these are going to go right in here. Okay. And then you're going to fiddle them till they get into that middle, into the other little slit things. And you're going to do just like we've been doing. You're going to put one slit into the other. And like I said, it'll take a minute. You got to get it all lined up just right. Okay, there's that one. Let me get this one lined up. Ah, there we go. Okay. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Okay. Okay. Now, you can see where the back of the horse is a little taller than the legs. Okay. So, you don't expect it to all match up. Okay. There. That was probably the hardest part. Okay. So, there we go. Let me move this out of my way. Okay. Now, we need to make the horse running. And we are going to do this, okay? You see these 4 slits? That's what these 4 things are going to go on, okay? And it's going to go big. No, I'm wrong. It's going to go, these 2 are the back, the 2 smaller ones, okay? So see how they kind of match up with the size of their slits? So these are 2 are the smallest. This is very back. Then this one. This one is actually in the middle. The bigger lumps are going to go in the bigger part, and then the smaller part is going to be this one. So you're kind of doing a large, extra large, medium, small. Okay, so line them up like that, and that'll make it a lot easier for you. And we are going to put these in these 2 middle slots right here. Okay, so we're just going to do the exact same thing. Okay, as we've been doing. And you're just going to match up the little slots. Just like that. Get it put all the way down in. Okay? Now, we're going to do that with all 4. Okay? So, the next one. And I kind of stick my finger in here to kind of keep it apart. Seems to help me match up the slits. But, you know, You do you. Whatever makes it easier for you it means that's a good thing. So, okay, let's put this one in here. There we go, just like that. Look at that. Look how quick we're doing. We're almost done here. Then your medium. So you've got large, extra large, medium, small. Okay, let me get these lined up here. Okay. There we go. Look, just like that. And then the last one, right here. Okay. So we are going to match those up too. It's not hard. Okay, there we go. Look how easy that was. And now he stands up. See? Look at how easy that is. And that's how it should look on the bottom. Okay. Now, the last thing we need to do is these supports. And this little you see where it has a score line and it has a score line. Okay. So you can go ahead and bend those. You can bend them later too. It doesn't matter. So what we're going to do is these also match up with the rest of the clouds. See how they all go large to small? Okay. And they're going to go in each one of these slots down in the front. But here is the thing. This one with the front tab goes in the back. This one with the back tab goes in the front. I know, it doesn't make any sense, does it? Okay, but you'll see why. Okay, so we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to fit this into all four of the little slits here and get it pushed all the way down. Okay. Let me get that in there. My little fiddly guy. Well, it doesn't like me today. There we go. Got that one. I just can't seem to. There we go. Okay, there. See how that goes? There you go. Now we're going to do the exact same thing. And remember, the one with the front one goes in the back. Or it goes in the front, whichever way you want to see it. You can see this is the back because I didn't put the brown on this side. But you can if you want to. You just make 2 extra things of what we already did. And then you can do both sides. But you'll see once we get the card made, you're not really going to see it. So it can work. Okay, I'm going to bend this and bend this, which you can do after you're done. It's not a big deal. Okay, let's get all 4 of these in. Okay, now, okay, and you want to make sure you got all 4 of them in. You see the bottom here? Okay, there. Kind of got a grid going on, right? Because when you close the card, look, boom, it all flattens out. Okay, and these tabs are what you're going to glue. Okay, so let's open the card back up, just like that. Boom, done. So that's where you can kind of check to make sure that you have it all fixed the right way, is to see if it'll fold down flat. So there we go, we're done. Now, remember when I showed you on the inside of the card that these were going to meet up with the red in the middle, right? Okay, well, we need to attach the horse first. And that's why I said that this tab needs to go in the front and this tab needs to go in the back. Because what you're going to do is you're going to slide them through here and we're going to glue them underneath. Now, the easiest way to do that is one at a time. Okay, so, and if you need to fold it flat, you can do that too. And all we're going to do is we're going to slide this in here. See, like that. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to glue it down really good. This is going to take, a lot of pressure. Not pressure, but you know what I mean. But here in a minute, we're going to glue this whole thing into the actual card. And that way, we're going to put a lot of really good glue on that. Okay, then, okay, so, okay, let me show you how we're doing. Okay, there you go. See, now that's this on, and this one's going to match. Remember, we're going to match those up. And then when it opens, okay. Okay. Let's put this in. Come on. Slide her in there. Oh, okay. going to be easier for me. Just make sure that you keep it, see, this is how it's going to match up when it's open, okay? So we don't really care what it looks like when it's closed. So here it is when it's open. So you want to make sure that you're putting it in the right way. So I'm going to put it right here. See how you're going to go in this slit? I don't know why it seems to want to fight me today. There we go. I think I got it started. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to turn it over. Okay. There we go. Just like that. Don't worry about the horse and everything. We can fix it. If it gets a little bit out of line, we'll fix it here in a minute. The biggest thing is to get these tabs glued down. Okay. And then, of course, look, here's our card. Look how cute it is. Okay. Now, remember I told you that you're going to match the edges of this at the same where the red stops right here. And you're also going to match this corner up here. Right here. See? So, the easiest thing to do is to glue this big part first. Okay? So, we're going to turn it over. Okay, there we go. We're going to do it all around the edges. We're going to do it really good around the tab that we just glued, because we want to make sure we have a really, really, really good, because this is going to be pulled whenever you open the card, and you want to make sure it's glued on there really, really good. Okay, remember, we're going to match here, and we're going to match along here. Okay, don't worry about your horse. You just make sure you get it all lined up right. Okay, so here we go. There we go. Oh, let's push it up a little. I got a little messy there. It's hard for me to see because I have to put it so far up for the camera. So let me get it all lined up here. I should have done that before I glued it in. It's not a big deal. I can get rid of the glue with an eraser like I told you. Oh. The biggest part is that you want this edge to match the red. You see right here? Because you need that gap for the horse to stand up right. There we go. We got a little bit of glue right here. Boom. There. See? Done. That makes it easy. And then we are going to put this one, okay? And you're just going to match. You're going to match the round part here and here. And then, of course, you're going to glue it right on the edge of the red. Okay. Oh, whoops. I better put it up here where you can see it. Okay. We're going to match this. So this kind of circle matches. And, of course, it matches on the back here. And then, but the most important thing is it matches along this piece of red. So where you have this blue gap in the middle. Okay. Just like that. You see? Now, the easiest way to do this, probably, is to just go like this, okay? And again, don't worry about the horse. We can fix it if we need to fix it, okay? Once we get this all glued in, this is going to be the most important part, because this is kind of the mechanism that makes it pop up how you want it to, okay? We're going to glue around that tab real good. Okay, then the easiest thing to do is before you even glue it in, you're going to match up the ends of the clouds, and you're also going to match up the edge of the red. And then it's easy just to fold it over, just like that. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Look. Look how cool that was. Now, if you have any of these, look. See these right here? See how they've gotten out of whack? Okay. Sometimes that'll happen because we're you know, fiddling around with it, trying to get it glued in. But once you get it glued in, all you need to do is put these right back into their little slits, little slots, I don't know. Okay, there we go. There's that one. Come on. Doesn't like me today for some reason. And then this last one over here. There we go. There we go. There we go. You see where it's glued in? Okay. And I don't know why I can't get this one to slide in. There we go. Just like that. I don't know what. There. I didn't have any trouble before. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Now you can see it from the top. Okay, that's what it's supposed to look like. You see it from the front. That's why I wasn't too concerned about, you know, you can see it from the back. If that bothers you, then you can do it. But if not, don't worry about it. And then look, boom, slides right in. And there you go. Oh, I had this one pop out again. Okay, so it's going to slide and it's going to bend just like that and it's going to close. I have this one popped out and that's the reason. And I'll fix it and make sure it doesn't pop out. You can't really glue anything because you need to be able to move so it will fold down into your card. Okay? And there you go. Quick and easy. Really fun pop-up cowboy card. And look at that. You did it. And it was easy. You did a great job.